Yeah, go on.
Yo, people, looked into the Black Men Don't Cheat podcast with myself, SD,
Wesley,
Mads, and Tunde.
Like we mentioned earlier, his extracurricular activities.
What's an curricular, fam? I say less though. Obviously, big up the man. You know what I'm saying? Big up the man. Their extracurricular activities. You know what I'm saying? Do great things.
Hey, I've got a conspiracy theory.
Really?
Yeah, I got a conspiracy theory, fam.
There's allowed to grab one.
Is that it?
Yeah, but then we check out though.
Fuck that. Alright, what's the conspiracy now?
It's a big conspiracy.
Yeah.
BLM, the organization, is a plant.
Alright, can I just say, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's not a reach at all.
It's not a reach.
To this day, yeah, I don't know anything about this Black Lives Matter, this BLM thing. I couldn't tell you one thing about it, bro.
It's a plant. It's 100% a plant. I believe it's a plant.
What does it do? What is it? What's BLM? What is it?
It is the people that coined the phrase, which in essence was claimed by the people because we believe it, but then now I feel like the waters are being muddied by the organization, which devalues the phrase. Do you know what I mean? To the people outside of our community, or people outside of people who care. Because if I'm being completely and utterly honest, yeah, there are people that whenever they hear the phrase Black Lives Matter, all they think about is the organization. Yeah. And what the organization, quote unquote, stands for is outside of black people. Some of the things, like, they had a manifesto in it, yeah. And the thing is, like I said, please don't cancel me. But yeah, my understanding is if you are let's say you're an organization that is for the empowerment of black people, and then you start talking about sexuality, but they're not in the context of black this or black that. You start talking about the overall scope of it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to me, if they said, cool, they said, yeah, we care about the protection of black homosexuals or black transgenders, blah, 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 cool. That is however you want to feel towards it, but you're at least saying that it's black. So that is your thing, but you're still waving that black flag. Do you know what I mean? But then when they start to talk about some of these other things, you don't really hear the mention of the skin colour of who it is you're meant to be standing up for. Do you know what I mean? So then it just seems like you're a person with an agenda, and everyone has an agenda in this life, but you've used this phrase and this organization to help push that. Yeah. But that's not the reason why I think it's a plant. I need to confirm this. However, I heard that a lot of their donations were actually coming from multinational organizations. Yeah. And then you got the leader who just bought a crib in an area that no black people reside in. So I'm like, okay, cool. What's going on here? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, yeah, bruv, she is profiting off this, bruv. As in, she bought, as in, I don't know how much his yard was, but the way everyone's making noise about it, it has to be close to or above $1 million. Do you know what I mean? Or it's just a fat house, innit? If you're in Texas, probably like 10p, but that's not the point. But so that's like the general outrage. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, cool. So if it is true that you are being paid by multinational organizations, yeah, it seems to me, and at the end of the day, it's like I can't say that you are exactly 100% just solely standing for black people, because then it's like they had a statement about removing or getting rid of the nuclear family structure. Mm-hmm. Right. I said, what does this have to do with my plight as a black person? Do you know what I mean? I'm seeing this, I found this doesn't make sense. So when a lot of people have outrage towards Black Lives Matter because of the organization, because the organization is kind of is on the lines or as extreme as Karl Marx, who was the founder of Marxism.
Yeah. And what the problem with that organization as well, it allowed the racists to have something to lean on.
100%. It gave them a foundation to stand on.
Because they're like, oh, if you see what they stand for, and obviously in their manifesto, like if you go on the website and it's just like, oh, all this stuff, if you start reading it, you just realise that It's not for us.
It's not for me.
But the problem is because they took the phrase, like the actual phrase, if you take it literally, is true. But the organisation, you need to separate the phrase and the organisation for it to make sense. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why every time you look at like something, a mad injustice happened, and then they'll mention, oh, this is all BLM. Do you know how it usually happens on online? You'll see something underneath like a news post and like, oh, this is all BLM. This is what BLM stand for. BLM.
Yeah.
But the problem is, we associate Black Lives Matter with Black Lives literally mattering, whereas the white people are associated with the organisation. Do you understand? So that's where we're getting shit.
Bro, I didn't know none of this was going on.
So let me read this, yeah? So let me read this. Once again, you can go and read the rest of the manifesto, but this isn't about us part in it. Yeah. So it says, as a network, we have always recognized the need to center the leadership of women and queer and trans people. I don't really understand. Like I said, I just think if they put black in front of every single descriptive term, I'll be like, cool. Because you're trying to make it a more inclusive space for black this or black that. I'll be like, alright, boom, whatever in it. But then I see that, and it's like either you're lazy, or this is a personal agenda that you've put into an organization that is subconsciously backed by a lot of people saying the phrase. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I say I do not believe. I stay as far away from the organization.
It just sounds scary. Like I don't know why I didn't notice this, but now it kind of
unless you go into the website.
Yeah, because do you know what made me like notice? It was where they had all those donations, and we were like, where did the donations go? Do you remember that?
During last year.
Yeah.
A mill, bro.
Yeah, but you lot stupid. Where were you lot? Like
a mill disappeared.
I don't know why.
What's happening? And remember, obviously, Clubhouse. I was literally telling my mum. It's so weird. All these conversations are coming back today. Yeah, so she telling my mum earlier. The Clubhouse thing was such a mad time. Do you know when Clubhouse was really popping off last year?
Yeah.
Bro, it was such a mad time, you know, because everything seemed to unfold on that app. Where they were like, they brought the two founders on the app and were asking them questions, but they were swerving questions, like proper swerving them, like, yo, we can't answer this, or like, you don't have the right to ask me this. You know those type of answers.
So it's black women that have started this organization.
Yeah, BLM is run by 3 black women.
Yeah, 3 black women.
And they,
unfortunately, their interests don't seem to lie.
It's not exclusively black, and that's what. Oh no, it's not. Okay, cool. It's in response to, literally says it was in response to the acquittal of Trayvon Martin's murderer, George Zimmerman. Cool.
So are they American babes?
Yeah, 3 American women. Let's see if I can find their manifesto. Yeah, and in the UK, they're the people that swallowed the mill.
Yeah.
Probably gave some commission to the US women.
But you lot are dumb anyway, because I can't believe when I saw people giving money.
I'm always skeptical of that stuff.
Bro, I don't give donations to none of you, not one. I'm sorry, I don't know what that makes me, but I'd rather see my money. I'd rather see my money in it, like see where my money has gone if I'm gonna donate to anyone. What the heck was that? And I remember, the only thing I do remember about that is that I remember it literally, for me anyway, it just came out of nowhere. Like this particular organization, it was just suddenly mad. It was just suddenly there, innit? And I think I only remember it happening like after George Floyd?
Yeah, it was. George Floyd was a big trigger for a lot of the movements expanding. But George Floyd was definitely, I think, from what I can remember, it was because that was the whole "I can't breathe" slogan came out of that as well.
No, that conversation needs to be had. You know.
Have you watched the drama, by the way?
I've been hearing about it. It upsets me a bit too much.
Yeah, so I would watch. It's on. There's a channel on Sky that's dedicated to it, but I was watching it on CNN. Occasionally, they'll show bits on CNN or Sky News had it for a while as well.
I heard it's better, Christo.
Fam, oh my gosh, like.
I'm sure I saw an article today where it was like they were trying to say that some type of professional said that George Floyd, George Floyd died of car fumes.
Bro, it's like they're literally trying to insult us in our faces, bro. It's like
they're not trying, they are, bro.
Fam, it's like the main bit I watched was when the black guy was on the stand. The guy who
I saw that clip, I think,
and I actually watched that.
He's trying to make him look like an angry.
Yeah, and I also saw the woman who's a fire lady, but she's also a trained EMT, which is like emergency, like paramedic basically.
Right.
So she used to do that before she went into the fire service. Yeah.
Right.
Fam, when I tell you, they were asking her nonsense. they was asking when did you do your training? So would you say that parts of your training you may have forgotten, or like fam, like she was like, bro.
Who was asking this? The defense.
Yeah, the defense.
I'm not surprised.
Like, and it's crazy how like, you know full well that the guy who's the defense attorney, knows he's talking rap. Like, you know you're looking at someone, he knows for a fact.
He knows he's reaching.
He's reaching. Like, he knows. But this is what you're paid to do. Obviously, like, you're a lawyer, innit? You're paid to do X, Y, Z. But it's the fact that the state are really trying to push this, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to make sure that we are not seeing what's going on. Bro, I think it's crazy. I actually think it's mad.
Fam, all of it's, bro, it's just too much right now. I think we're in one of those periods again where it's just a lot of things just happening to black people again. Like, not that it ever stops, but once it's televised and it comes in blocks, bro, I have to, man. Like,
I switched off
Because
I've deeped it.
Last year was a lot, but even like I feel like now, like it's still there's no. Even now, I hate that you so much. I swear to God.
Black Lives Matter website,
Oh my gosh.
You said I'm no longer bound. He actually seems like a slave for no reason, bro. Like, for no reason, bro. Like
he incites racism,
bro.
I'm not even mad. I ain't gonna lie,
and I wouldn't back him.
All of the people calling him the N word, I can't even be upset. You know.
Did he try to remake Candy Rain?
Yeah, it was Candy Rain. Yeah, on the bridge. On the bridge.
His family are selling. His family are selling him out. Bro, no, his family are selling him out. Oh my gosh,
bro! Auto-tuned off.
His family are selling him out,
bro. He should go.
But then I saw the picture of him and his family, and I understood exactly why.
Like he's never seen the light of day, bro. Like he's one of the 10 years, bro. Like never seen a playground, never seen another kid.
Man, you can tell.
Ever, bro. You can tell by. He should join Kurt Franklin and them. He'll fit in with Kurt Franklin, bro. He'll fit in with Kurt Franklin.
Nah, because
but even Kurt, but you see, even Kurt Franklin, you know why I rate Kurt Franklin, yeah? Because he's a real person, fam. When he was calling his son all types of F words and shit, yeah. Oh yeah, 100%, I get it. They all look like robots, fam.
I get it. And it's the fact that they stood there for that picture.
When I heard that thing, when Kurt Franklin was talking to his son like Denzel, I was that, bro. He was like, you motherfucker.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I thought that was anger, bro. That was
so vexed.
When Kurt Franklin came out and said like, "This is the relationship we have," like this guy is a nutter.
That was rage.
I think there was people were finding things with his son, and I can't understand it. Like his son is a mad dude, bro.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Someone said,
what does he do?
Like, it's just the type of things.
That video was recorded in 2019 or something. You're having to put it out now. And everyone's like, do you not understand? As soon as he did that, I was like, bro, I can't understand because there was no need for you to post that. 2 years, 1.5.
You know, you want to come to.
No, just funny, yeah. If I'm being honest, this is how I personally think. This is how you know he got drawn out of character, and this is not like he's not just some hidden fake Christian. Because really and truly, he's been in the spotlight for years. Kurt Franklin has been in the spotlight for years, bruv. And it's literally to the point where I've never even heard a whisper of him ever do anything mad in his life. Up until that, so you know this guy drew him out of his character to that extent.
His son is 32 years
old. His son looks like a miscreant, bro. I can't even lie, fam. I can't even lie, bro.